What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Retro Hoop Collectibles. It's not a good look. It's beginning to look a lot like Monopoly. Not Monopoly. I mean, yeah, kind of Monopoly. Kind of, market shifting type of, incidents. I told you guys this was not, from the moment that SGC sold to PSA, the number one concern that I had was that there just simply wasn't going to be any more competition in the grading space. There's no competition. It's PSA, and there's nothing else at that point. Everybody said I was crazy. Oh, there's no way that they're going to, PSA is going to do this. SGC is going to continue to run the same way. It's going to continue to do its own thing. I did a video to the contrary, right? Because shortly after they bought SGC, PSA does a special on vintage cards and a special on ultra modern cards. One of the things that SGC kind of had going for them was cheap pricing on modern, ultra modern, and their, collective expertise on vintage cards. Now, PSA did the special on vintage. I think it was like 1950s, 1950 to 1960 something. I think it was just like this small window, but it was, definitely taking a little bit of a chunk out of what SGC was doing. And I didn't like that. There was no way that anybody could tell me that this deal that was done was going to be good for the hobby. It's not good for the hobby when there's less competition out there. It's that simple. I mean, that's just basic capitalism and basic economics. When you only got one place to go to for a service, they get to do whatever they want. And they did so. It's funny that just shortly after they make this announcement, not only did they put out the specials so that you can grade your cards with PSA, as I did. I told you guys, I have no reason to go anywhere other than PSA at the moment. But then they turn around and they do this. I mean, luckily, I renewed my Collectors Club membership in March this month. I just renewed it, I think, in February, actually. End of February, my renewal was up. And for $100, I went ahead and renewed. I'm going to be subbing. I'm going to be submitting. I like submitting by myself. There's a lot of really great group submitters out there that do great jobs and they have great services. I'm just more of a DIY guy. I like doing it myself. And if it means I got to pay a couple bucks for it, it is what it is. The less hands that are on my cards between me and PSA, in my opinion, the better. Once again, no disrespect to all the great services that are out there. I've just had some pretty bad ones, and I'm capable enough. The site is relatively intuitive. The new app is really good. So I'm submitting it myself. That's just kind of my way of looking at it. But going forward, as of, I think April 20th, 420, as of 420, the annual fee for Collectors Club has gone from $99, which I just got finished paying, to now $149. And what are you going to do about it? Nothing. If you want to continue to submit with them and take advantage of some of the great specials that they have going on, what are you going to do about it? You're not going to do anything. Why? Because where are you going to go? You're going to go to SGC? That's going to put money in collectors' pockets anyway, and it's not the same SGC that it was. Sorry. Where are you going to go? If you got TCG, you have CGC that you can go to. That's a viable alternative for all your TCG stuff. I just personally don't use them for my sports, and I have very little TCG. So where are you going to go? You got nowhere to go. No alternatives. No other company that you can go to stick it to PSA. SGC used to be that. SGC used to be the place that I would go to go screw PSA. I'll take the 15% haircut, 20% haircut on open market value or secondary market value all in the name of not dealing with those guys. That's what SGC was. They were a great service in every respect, in every marker. Customer service, turnaround times, sometimes pricing. If you're a baseball collector, Bowman guy, baseball was the place for SGC, was the place for you to go. $9 grading for a great grading service. It was a no-brainer. Now you ain't got nowhere to go, because if you go to SGC, you're going to collectors anyway, so it doesn't matter. This is just the beginning. I tried to tell you that there is no way that this is good for the hobby. Good for us. Great for them. Great for collectors. Great for PSA. Great for SGC. Great for Peter and the leadership over there. Those guys made out like bandits. And I mean that in a positive way. I love capitalism. They built a business. They sold me on a dream and an idea. I bought in. I gave them my money. They sold and they made money. Good for them. Capitalism at its finest. I don't knock them at all. But to sit there and say, "Oh, this is great for the hobby," no, it's not. And here's another reason why. Here's another example of why this isn't great for the hobby. What's stopping them from $200 a month, Collectors Club? What's stopping them? Nothing's stopping them at all. Those of you, I know there's a handful of you out there that I talk to on a regular basis whom grading is your livelihood. You send cards in, you buy them raw, you do your analysis, you're good at your job, you analyze the card, you know this is going to be a good card, you buy it for a good price, you send it off to get graded, taking advantage of the specials because you are a Collectors Club member. You get your card back, hopefully you get the good grade that you were aiming for. If not, maybe you get a grade lower, but that's okay. You factor that into your analysis. You sell that card for a profit and you feed your family. Right? Those of you that are doing that, what are you going to do about this $150? This $50 increase? Nothing. You can't do anything. Because you can't do that same scenario with anybody other than PSA. And they know that. So, sad set of circumstances. I'm not happy about it. Listen, I'm not happy about sending my cards to PSA. I'm really not. But at this moment, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a different video, the way that I am interacting with the hobby going forward has changed based on this news and on this situation. It's changed. And it is what it is now. So, let me know what you guys think. Those of you who have to renew after April and were a consistent submitter, what are you doing? You're paying the tax? Are you not going to pay the tax and you're going to a group submitter maybe? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Happy Monday. I appreciate y'all, as always, watching. Thank you guys for everybody that hung out with us yesterday on the live stream. It was great. We do those every Sunday, 7:30 Central, 7:30 p.m. Central, unless there's a catastrophe. So please come join us on this week's live stream. Come hang out with us. We have a good time. Appreciate you guys watching. As always, let me know what you think in the comments. Love y'all.